What is going on today, guys? So recently I got some goodies in the mail, as you guys see right there and saw in the thumbnail, and we're gonna be putting some of these on my boards that need some upgrades. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of do that tonight and go through an epic board check. But yeah, let's start with my most popular one, or my most ridden one, my 33-inch drop cat, which as you can see is right here. It's kind of perfect. It has Shark Wheels caliber trucks on it, and then some Allen key hardware, and like I said, the deck is a 33-inch drop cat, and it definitely is probably my most ridden board out of all the ones that I've got, and definitely one of my most favorites because it's just short enough to be maneuverable, and definitely one of my most fun to ride. But yeah, other than that, the next one is probably its longer cousin, this one just below it, which is the 38-inch drop cat in the same graphic. But yeah, let me get you guys set on a tripod, and let's, yeah, so all right, and so yeah, we're just gonna kind of be putting some Thunder hardware on it, and all right, there we go. But yeah, so this one I kind of bought because I wanted like a more downhill kind of board, and yeah, definitely liked the drop cat enough, and this one kind of fit the bill. Even though I don't really use it for downhill, I use it mainly for cruising. It's still a very fun board to cruise. This one definitely is pretty well taken care of. And yeah, I haven't really run it through like water or anything, which is why it looks so good. But it's got a couple scuffs because this is a board that I've used to teach people how to ride. But yeah, definitely a good addition to the fleet, as I would say. And yeah, definitely a board that I've really liked. And yeah, so I'm gonna finish putting on the hardware. Oh no, is this not long enough? I almost think this isn't long enough. Oh no. Yeah, no, this isn't long enough. Oh no. Yeah, no, this isn't long enough. Oh no, so I'm probably gonna have to find another board to put this hardware on. But yeah, well, at least you got a little backstory on this board. Wanted to put some Allen key hardware on it, but guess that's not happening tonight. Yeah, no, it's definitely way too short, but yeah. But yeah, let's move on to another board that I can definitely upgrade. But yeah, no, this board's a pretty good board. I just kind of like the Allen key hardware as more of an aesthetic choice as opposed to anything really major, but and the next one is my dinghy. And we're going to be putting some new wheels and bearings on this. And probably just taking off the riser pads too, just because I really don't care much for the riser pads. But yeah, let's start by taking off the riser pads. And yeah, so this is actually my second dinghy that I've ever had. And it's definitely been a good board, because the first one I had was a similar shape to this one. I think just a different graphic. And yeah, it was, I think I got my first dinghy from Land Yachts in 2018. And it's been a good part of my fleet. I've taken the dinghy down to Denver. I've taken it down to, wanted to take this one to Georgia, but unfortunately it wouldn't fit on the plane with me, and I was totally willing, but it was just not going to happen. But yeah, so yeah, I would have loved to take this one to Georgia, but unfortunately just was not going to happen. But you know, I still had a fun time on one of my penny boards that I did get to bring to Georgia, and we'll kind of get to one of those in a second. And yeah, let me take all the hardware off and replace it with this, the Allen key, and we'll, yeah, get to my other board in a second. Getting ready for wheels and bearings. I mean, and I could gladly probably ride these wheels for another couple months, but they're getting a little worn out, little low on grip here. But yeah, little fun fact about this board is there was one time that I was riding this board going up to Walmart, and it was this specific board actually. And yeah, so I managed to catch a pebble as a normal skater does, and yeah, so the board kind of flung out from under me, and it managed to get ran over by a car. The dude didn't stop, by the way. He just kind of kept going and just didn't even bother to look back to see if I was okay. And so the dude ran over my board gets flung back at me, and yeah, so this board gets launched at me, and I'm pretty much just had to duck out of the way. Otherwise I definitely would have gotten hurt, because a board flinging at you at Mach whatever, definitely it's gonna hurt and not feel very nice. But yeah, I got some Neil titanium stingers and some blue Shirk wheels, and this is probably one of my most favorite combinations ever, because, well, I mean, new wheels and bearings are always going to be a very fantastic combination, but I particularly like Neil's just because they seem so much faster than other bearings, but for about the same price as regular standard issue bearings would be. But yeah, just thought I'd want to share that little fun fact of this board getting launched at me. And yeah, no, I thought I was gonna have to return it to Zoomies, or yeah, the store that I got it at, and say like, hey, this board got ran over. Can I get a? Is it possible to exchange this one? But yeah, no, it held up just fine for being ran over by a car, and definitely hope I get many more seasons out of this board, which a good land yachts will last you pretty much a lifetime, really, if you treat it nice and take care of it, which I plan to do with this board and not have it get ran over by a car. But yeah, let's get to going on putting these wheels on, and I'll meet you guys with the next board. All right, so the next board I have is my 2018 graphic Land Yachts Rally Cat. And yeah, this board has been with me a while, and the other day I was trying to put these trucks on it, and it just was not coming apart. But yeah, no, this board has been with me a while. Like I said, it's a 2018 graphic, which should tell you how long I've had it, because it's 2023 now, almost 2024, and yeah, almost 6 years that I've had this board. So yeah, and I've definitely have not been gentle or nice by any means to this board. Ran it through snow, ran it through rain, but yeah, no, just I think a lot of it is taking care of it, and pretty much just making sure to kind of get a tool on this thing pretty regularly. And yeah, so pretty much just making sure everything comes apart nicely, because like the other day I was trying to replace these trucks, like I was saying, and one of the hardware would not come loose, and it was definitely not a good time to figure out how to try to get that off, because I was getting about ready to cut it, and I decided to put some WD soak that particular hardware or bit in some WD-40, and it loosened up and came right off. So I was getting pretty close to just cutting the thing off and calling it Gucci. But yeah, like I said, definitely a lot of memories of skating through Denver in the snow on this thing, and just kind of generally having a good time on this board, even though a lot of it I was not being super gentle. But yeah, I'm gonna put some hardware on this board, some new shark wheels, because these ones are getting a little wore out. I mean, they still got life in them, but getting a little wore out. But yeah, see you guys with the next board. All right, so next board up on the list is this Adam longboard that has kind of been left behind at my house, but yeah, definitely a stiffy. But yeah, definitely something I like to do skate experiments with, hence the flex tape wheels. But yeah, so this one definitely is a really good board for like, because I think originally this was like one of those off-road boards that came with like the big 100mm wheels. And yeah, so it just, which for me, that's kind of weird that a board that was kind of meant for off-roading has such a stiff like presence to it, because it definitely, I think, would help out on the legs to not be so stiff, because I think I've ridden this board from Mills and it definitely destroyed my legs afterwards, and well, while riding it actually. But well, no, actually this was not an off-road board. It has the original wheels on it, but they're just covered in flex tape. But you know, But yeah, no, definitely this is probably one of my least favorite boards to go for long, strenuous rides on, because like I said, it's just kind of stiff and just not really all that comfortable to ride. But yeah, definitely a good board to do skate experiments on, just because it kind of sits at my house. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna finish putting on the wheels on this board and then meet you guys with the next board, or the next two boards. All right, and I guess the last, well, technically 4 boards would be little penny board right here with the blue shark wheels on it. Took that one to Georgia. And then the black Kryptonics one right there. Fun little board. And then my 2 caster boards. That's kind of just all my boards and kind of just a general check-in with them. Got to upgrade most of my boards, and after I put the blue shark wheels on my black penny board, I will have put all shark wheels on my boards. Mission will be complete. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe, and see you guys next video.